Hi everyone, my name is Ariana Alvarez and here's my final presentation on my child's development. So here is the announcement of when I found out my child Sienna was a girl. Moving on, starting off with stage 1, my baby was exposed from the teratogenic risk of alcohol, which is something that can cause babies having a birth defect, which was able to transfer from my blood to baby's placenta, which can result in birth abnormalities and developmental problems, which are listed here below. A way to prevent or reduce risk is to not consume alcohol, and there are organizations to help if this is not manageable. Next up is stage 2, infancy and toddlerhood. An APGAR score measures a baby's health after birth. My baby's APGAR score is 6, meaning that the exposure of alcohol was linked and that my child is in decent condition, however, may require some resuscitation efforts. My baby is now 4.5 months old and has pretty good head control. She can hold head and chest up during tummy time and can kick and push, but because of her teratogen exposure, she requires some help. And in about a month, this is what I should look for next. Now let's talk about stage 3, early childhood, specifically Piaget's adaptation. Assimilation and accommodation falls under Piaget's concept of adaptation. When new knowledge adds to what we already know about a topic, we call this assimilation. Accommodation is creating new schemes to adjust to new information that is given and better interpret the environment of surroundings. My child experienced this process when she had mistaken a horse for a dog because she's only aware of one four-legged animal, which is a dog. She soon learned that not all four-legged animals are dogs, and she learned the new scheme of a horse. Moving on to stage 4, the key stages of fine motor development skills of drawings are scribbles, first representational form, and more realistic, and their definitions are coordinated below them. Here's an art picture from my daughter that indicates scribbles. Although the figures are recognized, it lacks a lot of detail and organization. The second picture from my daughter represents first representational forms. It is more organized and detailed, however, lacks dimension and spatial depth cues. Now on to stage 5. Here are the 4 educational philosophies. The first one is traditional classroom, then there is constructivist classroom, the third one is social constructivist classroom, and last but not least there is cooperative classroom. The definitions are shown below, followed by their pros and cons. For Sienna, her educational philosophy is constructivist classroom because of the following listed here below. Let's talk about stage 6. Here is Erikson's information, who is a psychologist who proposed that each of the 8 stages that he created of a person's life involves a particular psychological struggle. Their personality development will be determined by how they deal with various disputes, which helps them create an identity. One of the 8 stages is identity versus role confusion, which is critical because it is when an individual realizes who they are as a person. Here are the 4 statuses by James Marcia that are designed to mirror the nature of Erikson's identity structure on behavioral level. There is identity diffusion, identity foreclosure, identity moratorium, and identity achievement. And here is a postcard from Sienna revealing her experience with identity diffusion by confessing an issue with no solution nor an idea on how to resolve it. And here's another postcard revealing identity achievement, how she resolved her issue. And here are the 7 interesting facts from 7 different adolescent milestones. Last but not least, let's take a look at Sienna's report card and school photo. So here is some data. Here's some new data. And here is her school photo. Thank you so much for listening, guys. Bye.